This right here is the all-new Hyundai Santa Fe, and I'm gonna show you just how roomy this SUV is. So they made the new Santa Fe way larger than the previous generation, and I want to open up the trunks just to give you guys an idea of storage space, as well as how easy it is to operate the third and second row seats that this SUV has. So once it's opened up, it opens up fairly fast. With the seats up, you don't get a lot of space, but you get a good amount with all seats up here. To fold them down, it's pretty easy. You just pull this tab, push the seat forward, and it goes down really nice and cleanly. Look at that. You have this nice little like floor liner that you can just kind of fold over it. And in the back, you get a good amount of space back here. The big things you see is a 12 volt, 180 watt outlet right here. And if you look to the right hand side, you'll see two buttons. And that's to fold down your power second row seat. So I'm gonna press that real quick, hold it. And once I let go, they fold down automatically. Now, power second row fold down seats isn't common, especially in this class, and this one doesn't. With all the seats flat, I'll put a number with how much storage space it has, but you get a lot, and it's a nice flat load floor. There's a good amount of space back here, especially compared to the previous gen Santa Fe. So with that out of the way, I'm gonna fold the seats back up, and we're gonna start with the first row and check that out. Now that we're at the front row, I do wanna start with these seats. They're made of sustainable, eco-friendly material, and they're perforated, they're heated and ventilated. And a cool trick they have is there's a leg rest that pops out. So you'll see there's buttons on the side right here. And I'm gonna try to feel for it and press it. I believe it is that right there. That'll fold out your front leg rest. And that's super cool. And these seats are really comfortable. They have nice bolsters. They're really supportive. And these headrests are really nice as well. Let's start at the door panel and then work our way into the dash. So going to the door panel, you get this nice floating armrest, which is really cool. It's kind of reminiscent of the Ioniq 5 that has it. You get this cool wood grain texture on the top portion and this aluminum finished looking remainder with the door handle up there. If we go on to the rest of the dash here, you'll see there's this portion here that has a nice stitching. You get this button that opens up, and you do get some shelving right here, which is really cool to see, and a nice grading pattern down there. If you come down here, you'll see vents with a nice little H pattern that extends across. There is additional shelving here. You could put like an umbrella, which is what they had in their images. And if I lift this tab right here, you get your traditional glove box. So really cool storage just off the bat right here. If we come along inside and continue towards the center console, we have two wireless chargers, one here and one here. So two, that's not common on an SUV to have them side by side like this. You usually see it on more premium and it's front and back. But you also get lights here that indicate your charge. This button right here, which I'm actually not sure what it does, but we'll put a description in the text on the video. You get two USB-C ports, and you can prioritize whether you want to use this for charging, or if you want to use it for data and charging. And it lights up in orange and white once you switch between the two. And that's really cool. Up top, you get really nice physical climate controls, nice shortcut buttons right here, your drive mode selector over here, and that's really great to see that it's not all just touch interfaces. There are some here for your fan and stuff like that, your fan speed, but nice physical knobs and then volume knob as well as a track button right there. Going on to the cup holders, they are large, you have nice little fingers to keep your drink secure. If you go to the center console, it is nice, very deep, and it's got a nice friction hinge to it, so it feels very premium. But the cool thing is if people in the back want to access it, they can do that too. And we'll show you more of what that's like when we get to the second row seats. Coming to the screen, let's talk tech here. You get two curved displays as part of the large display system, which is awesome. It says Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, a nice material here you can rest your hand on while you navigate through it or adjust the different menus and navigate it if you'd like. And I think that's really nice. It feels very premium. It doesn't feel, super cheap. And I like that. You get your engine start stop button here. Your gear selector, press P for park. And kind of like the Ioniq 5, you can rotate forward for drive, neutral, and reverse. The steering wheel, I'll be honest, looks kind of like that of like a Land Rover, Range Rover. You get this nice twin leather with like a nice seam down the middle, very premium. Two spokes here, very boxy design. Your four dots, that's like H in Braille, which I learned recently. I noticed there's a camera module up front here, and that's to detect your eyes for their highway drive assist features, which is really cool. And if we look up top, we see you get a dedicated sunroof for the front passengers, and then there's a dedicated one for the back. Right before that, let's show you the driver's side real quick. So I was trying to find the button on the passenger side, but it is on the driver's side here. If I press this button here, and I hold it back for a little bit, it will automatically set this to a relaxation position. So it's gonna push it forward and then it will recline me back. The leg rest will pop out automatically and you get this really cool relaxation experience. I like it a lot. I think it's nice that it's a one press, you hold it, and if I wanna put it back, you just hold it for a little bit and it returns you to your normal position. On the door real quick, you do see you get obviously more switch gear. Your auto up down windows, your mirror controls right here, 2 memory seat adjustments. And if you come along here, notice you get your power lift gate button right there, your parking brake, traction control off. And if you look up here, you'll see there's a fingerprint scanner. And that's gonna be to set up your personal profiles and your custom settings. So you can scan your fingerprint and it'll load up your preferences for your radio, your seat adjustments and stuff like that. So that's a really cool feature. I think it's nice that they're implementing it and bringing it over to the US. Now let's hop into the second row and see what we get there. Hopping in the back seat, guys, I want to show you real quick here. These are manually sliding, but they are power reclining. And we'll show you how you utilize those features to help control the seat as well as get in the back seat. You get really nice armrests and they can ratchet up to hold a position, which is really nice. They are perforated, and let's see if they are heated and ventilated. They are heated, and that's really cool. You get a sunshade up here, which is really nice, and then cup holders into the door itself. You get these nice hooks right here built into the seat back pocket. And another thing built into the seat back pocket are these USB-C ports, which is nice. I love how Hyundai does that. Really convenient, works really well, and it's a well-packaged setup. Going to that center console, which I showed you guys in the front, accessing it, you just press, and you can access exactly what's in the front. So if you want to bother the parents, mom or dad, you just hop in there, grab what you want, and you're good to go. We'll close that up here. There is a shelf that pops out with hidden storage. I saw it's on the Kia EV9, but with a shelf. This one doesn't have that, but it's a really nice setup. Good use of that center storage space. It's insane how you get this and then this right here. And you can honestly just slide that. It's just one big binnacle that can transfer that storage between top axis to back axis. Super clever design. So if you take a look at the top corner of the seat, there's a button. And when I go to press it on my side, it'll automatically slide the seat forward and recline it. And once it's done that, you get a good amount of space. It's kind of hard to get back here, but it is probably easier for smaller people. And you get 2 seats. So I'm gonna push it on this side here, so you guys can see, just watch out real quick. So it's gonna push it, slide it forward, taking advantage of that hybrid kind of manual sliding and electronic control. And once I'm back here, I'm gonna push the seat back. I'm 5'8", power recline obviously, and sitting behind myself, I could sit up front here, no problem. You get decent leg room. The access isn't that great, but you get good leg room, really good headroom. And if I look over here, you have 2 cup holders and USB-C ports back there, as well as an AC vent, which is a nice nifty touch. So that's great. They give you the same treatment as far as the leather. They don't skimp on the back, which is nice. And this entire headliner is nice Alcantara, which is great. And then on my side, you'll see you have AC controls here. You can turn it on or off, control the AC vent, fan speed, you get the vent, and then you also get a power outlet back here. All right, now let's talk about the design, which is all new for this generation, and I think they knocked it out of the park. This car had a major glow up, and I'm super happy to see it. Starting with the headlights, they get that H pattern design, full LED, looks very boxy, very flat, very modern. And then you also get a light bar that extends across the entire front, and this black grille, which is partially functional, it's not entirely. The black Hyundai badge up here, which isn't really the focus of this design, but it's still there because obviously it's a Hyundai. Coming down here, you get a camera for your 360 surround view camera system that Hyundai is known for and they implement on a lot of vehicles. Functional vents right here to extend air to your heat exchanger, and then additional vents down here with this nice little lip that is very rugged. It's got this nice, bar texture design to it, and I love to see that. Coming around the side here, let's make our way around. You get some vents over here that kind of make an air current around the wheel. These are large 21-inch wheels, and they have a really cool spoke pattern to it. The wheel arch itself is rounded, but right around it is a bunch of angles and a bunch of boxy lines to it. And I think it gives us a very muscular, very outdoorsy feel to it, and was what really sets it apart from the previous generation as well as from the competition. So I love to see that. A nice little Santa Fe action right here, which is cool. Nothing functional there, just a nice little badging with some texture. Paint matched mirror caps along the side. And then as far as A-pillar goes, it's blacked out. To give you that floating roofline aesthetic, blacked out B-pillar, blacked out C-pillar. And if we go to the door handles real quick, you do get keyless entry and go, even on the passenger side, which is nice to see. A cool feature, and this is something I actually recently learned about. If we take a close look here, you see this little panel here. It looks like a design feature, but if you press in, it's actually a handle. And let me show you how to use that. So if I go to open the door, I can put 1 foot here, obviously grab up on here. You get easy access to the roof rails. If you want to access some equipment, you're actually going off-road or on a long adventure and you want to put a roof box or some bikes up here, this handle is genius. Like, I didn't think it was going to be functional. I thought it was just a design element, but they give you that access. You just push it in. It's a nice rugged handle. then you push it back in. It's a nice, sleek design. I think that's awesome. I'm surprised that not many people are talking about it. I love this. And yeah, I just think it's super genius exterior design. Once I close the door, you see that you still get that same boxy wheel arch even in the back. It bulges out super nicely, goes around the entire rear arch right there. Again, that same circle wheel arch on the bottom portion, but the boxiness on the top. As far as the taillights go, they start really low. That's what a lot of people are talking about. Why do they make it really low? I'm not sure. It gives it a nice kind of stance, especially when you look further out, but you do get the H pattern down here. Obviously your Santa Fe badging, and this one it's blacked out. And then if we take a step back here, you get to really appreciate the deck lid spoiler, which is cool. Up top, you get nice little lines for aerodynamic. This does have a camera, it seems like, probably for your rear view mirror to be digital, and that's cool. But as far as the overall exterior design, I like it. I think it looks really good in person. The photos from the press release didn't really do it justice. Seeing it here, I don't think it's as big as those photos make it out to be. It's still a really large vehicle, not like Palisade big. Still Santa Fe, but just longer, taller, and more squared off. And again, just to show you, the trunk goes all the way to the edge. They give you a huge opening. I'm gonna open it up again to really give you guys an idea that it is a really big trunk. It's a really big opening. And I'd love to see that. All right, guys, we're gonna wrap it up here. If you guys have any questions, drop them in the comment section. Thank you guys for watching the video. Smash the like button, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.